What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozik, and I'm going to do a couple of review videos today. I just got back from vacation, so it's a Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to spend today doing some review videos and cleaning up the studio, and then we're going to continue on with the Age of Apocalypse Colossus tomorrow, paint up. But while I was gone, I had 4 projects show up. So I got 2 of these, which is a Cyclops. I've got one Magneto, the Eric Sosa Magneto that I just painted a little while ago, and I got a Thor. So this is a Cyclops. I covered up the group name on the label because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. This is 21 of 25, sculpted by Franco. Great label for the bottom of the base. So this is a kit, and it's really, really nice. So you can see here we have 3 heads. We've got 2 torsos, 1 set of legs, 4 arms, 4 hands. These are all the pouches that go in the belts. We have an additional belt that is sculpted and casted separately for the jacket version of the torso. The non-jacket version has the belt already on there. Fairly large base. It's pretty big. It's really thick, a little thicker than I think it needs to be, but it's still kind of cool. And a nice bonus is they give you a torso stand. So let's look at some of these pieces up close and see what you get. I'm not sure what this piece cost. I don't know. I just know that this group puts out a really nice piece product, and you can see it right here in the casting of this boot. This is from Ownage. So Ownage did the printing and prep work. Yeah, Ownage does a really good job overall. Sometimes I find little things that need to be fixed, but for the most part, Ownage knocks everything out of the park. You do pay for it. They are one of the, if not the most expensive company to use for printing and making kits, but you get super high-end quality stuff. The magnets are usually strong enough. Everything usually fits damn near perfect. So when I get an Ownage kit, I usually know that all the prep work for the most part is done. It's rare that I have to go and do something. Sometimes I have to change a magnet or add a magnet. I've had 1 or 2 magnets come in reverse where they repel instead of attract, but it's very rare. So we're gonna look at some of this stuff. Also, like here's the jacket on this guy. Amazing texture. Adjust my exposure a little bit. But yeah, you can see all the leather in there. Really nice, great stitching on this X-Men logo. Now they magnetize the arms. I'm not sure. I guess for ease of painting, I'll probably end up gluing them on later because there's no switch out on the arms. So like the jacket, there's 2 arms and that's it. Same thing with the non-jacket version. There's 2 arms and that's it. There's no options for different arms. Sometimes on a Cyclops, like here's some dust from the factory. So everything will get a bath because there's like dust from the factory. Sometimes on a Cyclops, you'll have the left hand will be a switch out where one hand is reaching up to touch his visor and one is just down. So on the jacket hand, that's the only version where his hand is touching the his visor. On the non-jacket version, both arms are just down. But yeah, this looks really nice. Great texture in the sculpt and the detail. Franco always kills it. You know, he's one of the better known sculptors out there. And the fit, like I said, being an Ownage print and casting, the fit is perfect. There's no gaps and stuff like that. So that being said, just because Ownage did this doesn't mean that they didn't have to go do any work on these. Usually on a 3D print, you do have to do some fitting and putty work, and sometimes you can kind of see some of that work, like on the keys here. It looks like there's maybe a little putty work here that they did. So they still have to do a little work on the 3D print. And here he is with the gloves. And like I said, the jacket version is the only one where he's reaching up to touch his visor. I only have 1 crit of this kit, and I'll get to it in a little bit when we talk about the heads. So there's the jacket torso. And then we'll look at the other torso, and then I'll put the jacket one on this display stand. Because here he is without a jacket. Again, it's great sculpt, great detail, nice texture in this harness that goes across his chest. We'll put these arms on. So like these arms, Yeah, I guess for ease of painting. The way it's sculpted, it's actually no big deal because there's a detail sculpted here in the arm where the seam where they magnetize in is not noticeable. Where if this was not sculpted in there and you had these magnetized, you'd have a really obvious seam that would have to be fixed. So I may just leave. I don't know. We'll see. Don't know if I'm going to glue these or not. And we'll put his hands on. Whoops. Did I drop it? Let's not break anything. So like I said, I just got 2 of these in for 2 different clients. And there you go. Put the hands on like that. I showed you the boots a little bit. Let's look at the legs. So we got his, skin tight clothes on. Pretty simple here, nothing crazy. No real texture, just real smooth overall as far as like the leather straps that go across his legs. Same thing with the pants. Everything just real smooth. Nice detail in the muscles, not overly sculpted. Some sculptors tend to go crazy with muscles. I think Franco is one of the better sculptors as far as sculpting muscle definition. It's like, it's nice, but it's not crazy over the top, I think. And then let's look at the 3 heads. So we have 3 different expressions with, and 2 have the same kind of, I guess, light up feature, and the one has different. So now these do have a light up feature, but they didn't provide batteries. I wish they provide batteries because I don't know what size they need, but the backs of these come off with a magnet. There's a little light unit right here that kind of plugs in here. See if we get it to go. Yeah, so it plugs in like that. The switch is right here. And then when you put that in, it'll light up the visor. So it points right at the visor. So this particular head, where he's kind of scouring, or got this kind of scowl on his face, is just a normal visor, which plugs in from the back. There's a little tab right there, a little key, and it slides in. Let's see if I can just get it in there. And it fits perfectly. So it fits in there. And then from the front, I'll paint that a clear orange or something, depending on what the client wants. And then this goes in, and that lights up the visor really nicely. So there's that head. You can see the lens just fell out, but because it's not glued in. So this head, there's not a lot of skin texture in this sculpt, which is kind of interesting. Usually they put some skin texture. It's very light. It's there, but it's kind of hard to see. Let's get a nice portrait. This has the same type of lens as far as light up feature. Nothing different here, just a different expression on his face. Again, same light up feature, plugs in the back here, magnetizes in, and like that. And now this one has the beam effect coming out. And it's a kind of a tight fit, which you want. And again, so the way the packing is cut, there's actually a spot cut out for the beam to be packed once it's in the head. See, it only fits one way. So that'll get glued in and shipped that way. But it's nice. It's not overly huge, and it's sculpted pretty simply. So that looks nice. Again, same thing. Magnet, light up feature. So let me show you my one crit of this kit. And I'll show you on this torso, because there's one little piece on the jacket that I'm real worried about breaking off, and it's the zipper, just because it's hanging down. So my one crit, and I'm not sure if this is just the way this character is that when you put the heads in, there's a pretty good like ledge right here. Like they don't, and it's on all of them. It's not just one of them. So they all fit this way. So I'm not sure if that's just, if it's designed that way, but and it's on both torsos. So since it's like that on all 3 heads on both torsos, I'm not going to mess with it, because my guess is that's how it's sculpted. So we're just going to leave it. But that's my only crit, is that right there. But other than that, it looks really good. So we got the torso stand here. which allows you to display the other torso, whichever one you're not using, which is a nice bonus because I've always said, what the hell do you do with all your switch outs? Where do you put them? It would have been nice if they provided some one stand for the third head, because now you have whatever you're displaying with a head, now you have a random head just floating around and nowhere to put it. So, or maybe they could have incorporated something on the back here with a little key where you could display the head in the back. That would have been kind of cool. So that's another, just a tiny crit, because what do you do with all these switch outs? Let's put this together. Let's look at the base. I haven't looked at the base yet. And I haven't put this guy all the way together yet. Oh, I forgot to show you all the pouches. Here are all the pouches that go on both belts. Nicely sculpted. Here's the base. It's pretty simple. I think it's a little big, personally, like a little tall. But I think it's nice. It's just kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, like industrial kind of look. Pretty simple. No logos or anything on it, just kind of this grading on the top. And we've got some detail sculpted around the bottom here. All right, so let's put this guy together. Like I said, I haven't actually put this guy on the base yet, so sometimes the holes need to be cleaned out a little bit, because once you get primed and everything on there, it doesn't fit. It's a little tight. And yeah, I don't want to force it, so because what will happen is you end up chipping out resin. So I'm going to clean off the bottom of these feet real quick with some thinner. I have some here available. I think I do. Somewhere. Yeah, right here. So I'm just going to take some lacquer thinner real quick and clean off the primer on the bottom of these pegs. And hopefully they'll slide in. So I typically will tape up the pegs on these guys before painting. It just saves me from having to do this or try to sand off the paint later. And that's always tricky to do on a painted piece. Now let's see if it fits. Still pretty tight. Okay. All right, so there are the legs. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, let's put on the jacket torso since we have him. Oh, we got to put on the belt first. So this belt's got to go on first, and then this. I'm not gonna put the pouches on. There you go. Looking pretty good. Adjust my exposure. Go. And then let's just throw on this head since we already have it put together. And it goes on like that. So you can glue this hand on and still put the heads on without scratching. The few Cyclopses I have done, a lot of times this left finger is like touching the side of the head. And if there's a switch out head, a lot of times you have to be able to take off the head and the hand, so that when you put the head on and off, it doesn't, the finger doesn't scratch the side of the visor. This one doesn't. You don't have to worry about that. So let's get some dimensions on this guy. So the base height is 4.25, which I think is a little tall. Overall, he's right at 25 inches tall. He doesn't extend past the base, so your width and depth are going to be 12 and 3/4 inches. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. He's really tall because the base is really tall. That's like my only credit, I think, is that the base could be shrunk down maybe an inch or two. I think it's a little excessive because I think the base kind of overpowers him a little bit. That's just, again, just my opinion. But it looks really nice. Great sculpt. So like I said, I've got two of these that came in over the weekend, which brings me up to a point. So someone had just messaged me last night about doing a piece. So there we are with the torso stand, about doing a Batman scarred kit, which I know some of you may be familiar with. So I already have one Batman scarred on the books, and he asked me if how many I was doing. He's like, well, so far one. He goes, oh, well, I can send you mine, and it'd be easier to do 2 at one time. It's like, yes and no. Yes, if you guys want the exact same paint job and everything, which is never the case. And no, because even if I did 2 the exact same, it would still take me the same amount of time. Even though it's like an assembly line, it would be more efficient, but it still takes me the same amount of time. So if it takes me 40 hours to do one, it'll take me 80 hours to do 2. So I know a lot of guys try to get in and do, oh, well, you can do mine at the same time, and it'll take you less time. They try to get in and spend a little less money, but it still takes me the same amount of time. I've tried it before with Hellboys. I did 3 at one time, and it still took me the exact same amount of time to do 3 together as if I did 3 individually. So it just doesn't work out the same amount of time. So yeah, it looks really cool. Got off a tangent there as I usually do. Let's come in and take a look here. Yeah, really nice sculpt. I love Franco's sculpt. He does a killer job. And there's a reason he charges what he charges for his sculpt, because I have asked him about doing a sculpt, and it was, again, he's an artist like I am, so he charges what he charges, and it's like, that's totally reasonable for your skills. I can't afford it, so so that's just, again, I would love to have him sculpt something for me and produce it, but I just don't have the funds to do that. So if you want to put this guy, you take the belt off, put that on, and then you got that guy, and then you can put the other one on the torso display base, which is, again, is a really nice. Oh, you got to put the belt on. So I'll probably glue the belt on. The reason they sculpted this separately from the jacket, because if this was part of if it was on here, you wouldn't be able to get it around to the back. So it's pretty smart how they broke that up for painting purposes. So I'll put that on the display base. But yeah, cool piece. So just a quick review. I probably will do a video series on one of these. Since I'm doing 2, I won't do them separately, but I'll probably record the process on one. I've had a few people ask me where my videos, and as always, I'm not posting as much because they take me quite a bit of time to do and upload and stuff. But there you go. So there's one of 2 Cyclops I'll be doing in the next few months, and really looking forward to doing them. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.